Why does it have to be like that? Like, I don't get that. In actuality, you know, you didn't get how you were being born. You still came into the world. You know what I'm saying? So, so I think people they tend to forget that Allah Ta'ala, He had an order in place. He already had a way. And it said, like, and this. Well, so anyway, like, everything that's to happen on this earth, Allah Ta'ala wrote it 50 years before, 50,000 years. He has stored it 50,000 years before He even created the earth. That's deep. So, when we start questioning that type of wisdom, I mean, we're just out. You know, we're just out. So I know for a fact that a lot of us males, and this is about us men. Men are gonna be men. And women need to understand. A lot of women understand that and they accept that. If you have, a man who has a sexual drive and they are out there, you definitely want to know one or two things. Number one, he is very passionate about having sex. Very, 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 very that individual, that male, and that's why a lot of women who understand, they say all men are dogs. I mean, he's got to have his sex. So if he comes home, he's been out there. He's been out there and he's been seeing a lot of flirtations between men and women. He's seen a lot of women who do not properly cover themselves. A lot of women may have come up to him. He may be just a womanizer himself. See what I'm saying? So, under those circumstances, if this man, this husband, comes home to his wife, and she denies him sex, then do you know that men have committed suicide over that stuff? You're not supposed to do that. You need to understand, men have committed suicide because they hadn't gotten any sex. Or they've been denied from having sex. So and when I say denied from having sex, you even have to go a step deeper because, when you look in a lot of the tortures that are going on in prisons around the world, they take away the male's ability to have sex. That so many cases where men have committed suicide because of that. So it's telling you something. See, so I'm not really at the religious perspective as much as I am at the psychological perspective right now. See what I'm saying? So just look at the prison situations here in America. Men get locked up, or women get locked up, and they find ways to have sex in a satisfactory manner because of the fact that they're locked up. So, again, we have to be conscious about that. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again sets an order and He makes it clear, for us to just be like, I don't get that. We can say that towards each other, but something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made very, 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 very clear, we can't. Now, what you can do is you can say, as far as the condition of Muslims today, you can say that it does not add up, because a lot of things do not add up in the condition of Muslims today. And the main thing that doesn't add up is the fact that, I mean, do you follow what I'm telling you so far, or not really?
Yeah, I follow.
Good. A lot of things are being neglected or rebelled against by Muslims, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said do. So let me give you an example. A husband who says to his wife, I'm going to get another wife because I'm a Muslim, and stops there. Now, if he's a practicing Muslim, do you think that his wife is going to say anything after he says that? Let's answer that question. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm going to tell you the different scenarios. If he is a practicing Muslim and he says that to his wife, and his wife is a practicing Muslimah, I don't see any type of issue with that. In other words, I don't see that going any further than he mentions it and she is silent about it because they're both practicing. The other scenario is that he's not practicing, but she's practicing. So now what? If she's practicing and he's not practicing, then more than likely he says to her, I'm going to get another wife. She says to him, you have another wife already. Just get your act together. That's your other wife. You see what I'm saying? So because of the fact that she's practicing. So I see her saying that. And I've seen her say that. The other case is that he's practicing and she's not practicing. If he's practicing and she's not practicing, I don't see him saying that to her at all. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right. She's not practicing. Don't even put it on the table. Listen, if she's not practicing, just let that one go. Let that conversation down, put it to the side, and that's that. Now, what I have seen of the religious side from both of these perspectives, as far as getting another wife in Islam, as well as, denying or the illegitimacy of denying, your husband's sex, that I'm gonna have to refer to the junta's, retired imam's office. But bottom line is, I mean, I would have to, come up with the actual ayahs of the Quran. I would have to come up with the, the rulings from the Quran on that, and then go from there. But just from, again, a psychological perspective and just the moral perspective, it's just, and maybe, women understand too. Women, and I'm gonna end by saying this. You all know what you got going on. Okay, that's the problem. You know how it, and I don't want to use IT word, but there we go again, using the BUT word, but there it goes again. Anyway, you got this thing, you have it going on, and your spouses are extremely attached to it. And there is nothing better. The pleasure that's involved in, making passionate, divine, inspirational. I mean, it's all there. Love to your wife is extremely and very, very sour of a situation to be denied. I mean, that's the moral and the almost like the sanctity, you know, of the union just got damaged there. You know, so that's another conversation. That's really what that is. That's just another topic. I think that we have to say for a segment on the next Jannat radio station of America.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to call it on that one, the Jannat radio station of America.